Most people are reacting against circumstances. When you react, it is the sense of ego which is reacting. People are rarely acting, and you cannot act unless you are coming from the heart or the self, the true center of your being. Nearly everybody is having push buttons pushed and react because we have believed in this false I. I and ego are the same thing, not something that we were born with, not something that is inherent in us, simply something we developed around the age of 3 and started to believe it is me. And adding everything to this I, to this sense of ego, because we feel empty. We didn't feel empty before we got an I. We just enjoyed being, just like animals at play, having fun. But as soon as we got an I, then there was a hole. Something was missing. We lost paradise. We lost the sense of being and contracted into an I, me, little self. And then we believed this little self was me for the rest of our lives. And only relinquishing that me and avoiding everything that comes up as I, will you be released from the problems of the world, the so-called evil. It is only a reflection of what has not been corrected in your soul energy. Upsets and strange things happening are there to soften our sense of ego, to smack the sense of ego until we realize that is not what we are. And that is what is holding us bound in our own cage. We think we have to assert ourselves in this world only because we are believing that I am the sense of ego. Without that, we don't have to assert anything. We just are. We are pure godness in beingness. And that is pure freedom. Freedom from mind. We are freed from the sense of ego, which is not a thing, but is something we have adopted and believed to be ourselves. We are have freedom from all concepts. If you don't buy into the thought processes, you only need to focus consciousness for some specific work. The rest of the time, stop letting your thought flow rabbit around and around and around, repeating old stuff, rehearsing for new problems, and missing out 99% of your life here and now. You don't even know about now. Never mind what is been and what might come. The only moment in your life experience, in every dream experience, is right now. And you don't have an understanding of now because you're not living in it. You're living in the next thing or the past thing. It's either repetition or rehearsal. And that is why you don't remember 3/4 of your life, because you weren't there. You weren't in now. So it doesn't matter what has gone, and it doesn't matter what is coming, because that is all determined by your state of nowness, of your state of being in this every single moment. If your now is perfectly free from the past and the future, from repetition and from rehearsal, then so is your so-called future. Because you will always remain in that space, no matter what happens. So when you don't react from that, you don't put the hackles up on other people. This is why Daniel in the lion's den was so pure and egoless that the lions didn't bother to eat him. Many sages, even Ramana, when had leopards and cheetahs coming up to him on Arunachala and sniffing at him, and he just sat there tranquilly. And the cheetahs and leopards went off. And this is how it happens. When you are no longer immersed in the sense of I, then everything flows.
Courage, doesn't it? It takes great courage.
Courage. It takes more courage to carry on with the stupidity that we're carrying on with by believing that I am an I. It just takes constant observation, constant inherence in that feeling, in your deep center. There's no courage needed to be what I am. You are God in process. That is the likeness. It's not the form, but the quality of being.